So I'm not going live for the purpose of being like, oh, let's just see, let's some people sew up. Really going live is the fastest way that I can get information to you. And so yesterday was a crazy day. Like I woke up with a dead battery and replaced the battery, and we had football practice last night and ended practice with a flat tire. So I was up really early this morning making sure that we got that tire taken care of. And I happened to find out about something really cool on Facebook. So, and I really want to share it with you bad. So, I'm going to be reading about it from my computer. So that's what I'm kind of looking over here at. So the deal is, the city of Phoenix, and I've read some articles this past week, this about how the city of Phoenix is really making a strong move towards urban farming. So I read a great article that was pretty recent in the New Times online that mentioned a lot of urban farms that I'm familiar with. Greg with the urban farm that does the Great American Seed Up, Rebus Farms out in the East Valley, and there were a couple more that I recognized. So Phoenix is really big on wanting to, turn rooftops, parking lots, all those types of situations, or as many situations. Hey, Team Benson. So, and this, you should listen to this. I really wish that you had a bigger space right now, but this is still good information. So they're really on a move to get as much urban farm activity going on in Phoenix as possible. Apparently, I want to say, I can't remember the number, but the statistic for the number of people that live in what's called a food desert, which means their access, or the limitations of access to food, like grocery stores, farmers markets, places to buy food, are really limited. So that means these people probably buy a lot of their food at convenience stores. So there's a lot of different things. I especially know now, moving into a transitional part of Phoenix, that my ideas of food desert are a little bit different than what is actually there, because I can tell you around here there are a few grocery stores, and the grocery stores that are in my area, what they have available in the stores is way more limited than the stores that I went to in North Glendale. It's really mind blowing. I mean, the closest store to me, um, they have a really small bread aisle. And I know this sounds simple and bougie, but we like to have a sandwich night. So I was looking for something simple, as like maybe a sub roll, a hoagie roll, just any kind of long piece of bread that we could have for sandwich night. And there wasn't one to be found, not in their bakery. And the only thing that was on that bread aisle was like sandwich bread and buns. And if you go up to North Glendale and go to a Fry's or an Albertsons, the bread aisle is going to be like insane with the amount of bread options that you can have. So I'm getting a little bit off track talking about that, but I'm trying to express how inherent this food desert thing has become. So that's a part of Phoenix's move towards urban farms, is not just for the residents who have the space to have a farm, but also for the food production that would take us out of these food limbo scenarios with, either shipping, cargo ships and stuff like that, supply chains. Because a lot of what happened last year in the grocery stores was supply chains, like the price of cattle and processing of, yeah, okay. So Team Benson's in a group that works with people in food deserts. But last year, in 2020, when everything kind of got wild, a lot of what was going on with the farming and with the meat is because there's so many limits on where they actually can process that food. So instead of there being a bunch of regional butchers, now there's only X number of, not butchers, but meat processors. So it's just all comes together, and why Phoenix is making this big move. So let me get to the point of why I brought you here today. So Phoenix is instituting a new backyard garden pilot program where they're going to be offering materials, labor, training, and maintenance as needed for 1 year at no cost. They're seeking passionate community members with an interest in growing food that are willing to make a year-long commitment to backyard gardening. So, with this new program, they only have the capacity to welcome 90 people to receive a new gardening system by the end of 2021. The pilot program is possible because of some federal funds that came to do with the C word, and so some state and local recovery funds. So they're partnered with NXT Horizon, Lear Innovations, and Tiger Mountain Foundation. And if you don't know any of those names, they're familiar to me. I'll get to that in just a second. So I can send you this link if you could, or you can DM me on Instagram, or you can email me at allpurposemom4, like the number 4, at gmail.com, so I can send you this link. But if you don't have a computer, you're not into that, you can also call the phone number. It's 602-262-6347 to apply online. So, because if this doesn't apply to you, I really want you to share it with somebody that you can, because I think I know, because of people that comment here, and I know there's other people out there that would love to grow their own food, but they don't have the money. They don't have like the basic knowledge meaning the confidence to get out there and just start doing it, and that's what holds a lot of people back from gardening, is just like that little bit of confidence, that thing I'm trying to give you every week to go out there and do something in your yard. So if you're that person, or somebody like an older family member, or a new family, if you know somebody like that that's like, man, I would really love to have a garden, but here's all my reasons why. I think most of those reasons why can be solved through having access to this program. So there's just a little window for this application, because it's only open till 11:15. So that's why I felt a real urgency to get on here and tell you about it as soon as I absolutely knew about it. So here's the deal. The program requirements. Okay, so this is really kind of a program specific to West Phoenix. So they're looking for you to live within the boundaries of the following urban villages. And so they include Estrella, Levine, Maryville, and South Mountain. There's a link on there that you can click to see what village you live in. I'm really in Alhambra, but I still applied because who knows how many people are going to know about this. And I just didn't even take the time to see what village I was in before I applied. And I wasn't gonna apply because I was like, dude, you've got blah 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 blah. But when I found out about one thing in there, I was like, I could really benefit from that. So next, there is priority given to applicants consistent with the demographic makeup of the participating community. You can do this if you rent or own. If you rent, they just need like a written letter from your landlord saying it's okay. You need to be 18 years of old or older, willing to commit to 1 year, and you also need to be willing to participate in periodic surveys on the progress, because this is a pilot program, and they want to be able to probably collect some data to be able to do it again, and maybe expand the number of people that they can offer this to. Then you're also going to be responsible for your own water and electricity. And then you're going to need to have 36 to 109 square feet of vacant, flat space, depending on the garden system that you choose. So right there when it said choose, that's when I was like, hey, let me read more. So you're also going to need to be able to commit to 2 to 7 hours a week towards gardening, because gardening is work, but 2 to 7 hours is even 7 hours. That's an hour a day, and 30 minutes at the beginning, 30 minutes at the end. It's easy to split it up if you really want to do it. So comfortable in meeting groups, obviously with the C word protocols for training sessions, and then you need to agree to sign their backyard agreement. So I think that's I know that, so then you just kind of answer about your age, income, because there are some income limitations. Bigger the family, the bigger income that you can have, or people that live in your house. And then what else? So then to get more specific, at least 35 square feet of backyard space is what they're looking for. So when I got down here and got into reading, so with the Lear, and how do we probably gets pronounced differently. It's LEHR. So that's linking ecosystems and hardware for regeneration gardening. And I'm familiar with that. I've read about them. I'm knowledgeable. So with that program, so you get to choose. There's 3 programs you can choose. Like the one you want the most, one the one I'm most, one I'd take, and the one I'd be least interested in. So with the Lear garden, you're going to have an elevated garden engineered to be a low maintenance system. It'll be 3 foot by 8 foot and includes a 100-gallon water tank that gets placed. You can either put it above ground or underground. It does require a relatively flat surface and access to a water spigot and 2 electrical outlets. So gardeners will have to produce a lot of compost, but again, this is stuff that they're going to teach you how to do. And then, so that system includes, like I said, the garden system. It'll come with seeds and starters, no fertilizers or pesticides needed, automated watering system, 12 months of on-call support, including education and training, and 1 year of support for any equipment malfunctions. So the Lear garden system is ideal for those with mobility limitations, such as disabled or elderly gardeners, someone with little to no gardening experience. That was another context clue for me, that maybe, because I just felt like I've got stuff going on back there. I don't want to take from somebody else that maybe could benefit. So with the Lear garden, again, little to no gardening experience. It's ideal for someone that has less than 5 hours of free time, and it's good if you have lots of food scraps, because you're gonna, again, need to be producing a lot of compost for that system. And then I kind of glazed over the requirements above. Now, this is the one that I got pumped about. So NXT Horizon Aquaponic Victory Garden System. The aquaponic system grows both produce and fish. The system's great for gardeners of all levels. Training includes hands-on installation experience, integrated pest management, and food preservation, and more. The system requires electrical connection and access to tap water, and the land must be flat for installation. So with that one, it's going to be 7 foot by 10 foot. It's going to come with plant starters, fish feed, fruit tree, and a water test kit. 2 to 3 hour in-person training over a 5-week period, and then on-call training. So with this, you can expect to learn hands-on system construction, basic science and engineering and mathematics of aquaponics, environmentally sustainable methods of pest management, basic operational procedures including fish culture, plant culture, canning economics, and entrepreneurship. Culinary nutrition and food preservation included in canning. So this is going to be a little bit more of a time requirement, more like 5 to 7 hours. They're going to need to do a site visitation before they install. You're going to need at least 108 square feet of flatland space, access to tap or irrigation water, access to electrical connection, and the ability to pay for the water and the electrical expenses. And then the third option is the Tiger Eye Garden System, which is a traditional raised bed. And this classic gardening is for any level gardener and can accommodate gardeners with mobility challenges. Gardeners can expect to learn how to prep, plant, and harvest food in their backyard. This system requires access to tap and electrical connection. So with this, it's going to come with a 4 foot by 8 foot bed that's 3 foot high. There's going to be 1 2 to 4 hour in-person learning session. There's written English and Spanish it's going to include a written English and Spanish planting calendar with tips for soil cultivation and growing in the desert. And back up there where you tell about yourself, it asks if you would like your information in Spanish, or if you would like a sight interpreter. So with the Tiger Mountain Foundation, participants can expect to learn how to prep, plant, and harvest in their backyard. And then at the requirements are, a commitment of about 2 to 4 hours a week, a site visitation before install, at least 45 square feet of land space, access to tap and electrical, and ability to pay your water and electrical expenses. But you know what? Honestly, my water and my electric are not dramatically affected by my garden at all, really. So that's the gist of it. And so you'll be notified by December 3rd, and then all you'll need to do then is sign the backyard agreement and get your landlord to sign the agreement if you rent, and then a photo of your intended garden space that should be clear, flat, and ready for installation prior to your scheduled install date. So that's the gist of it. And so yeah, you can contact them through PHX Food at phoenix.gov, or call 602-262-6347. Or like I said, you can just shoot me. I'm just reading you the link of what I'm sending to you. So if you, like I said, I didn't even look about what village I live in. I just know that I am in a transitional area, so maybe I could get into the loop for the aquaponics system. Because if I could get information about something like that, like, I would spew it all over you all the time and share with you as much as I could. But if I don't, then man, I'm pumped for somebody else to get it. So that's the deal. If you don't have space, but you know somebody who does, who has a backyard that has nothing but dirt and nothing's back there, or they have a hope, a dream, a desire to have a garden, or they have a desire to, become just a little bit more sustainable, grow a little bit of what you like, then let's get this information in their hands. You know what? I bet you I could put the link down below. Sorry, I don't know why I didn't think about that. So yeah, I'll put the link in the description. That might take me a minute, but I'll do it. And then if you can't see that, or if it doesn't work, then email me or shoot me a DM on Instagram and I'll get it out to you. So thank you for yeah, I'm gonna put the link in. I'm just not that familiar with doing this from my phone, so that's what I meant about, it might take me a minute, but no matter what, I'll get it in there. And so thanks again for letting me get in your ear this morning. Like I said, I just thought it was something really cool and exciting. It's got a little window. Today's November 3rd, so these people would need, or you would need to get your application in by November 15th. That's the day before my birthday. So I want anybody that can do this, because again, even if only 90 people get in, the number of people that jump off and apply, that sends a message too, that we, the community, want this too. So yeah, have the best day ever, and thanks for looking at me like this, because I just have not done anything with myself this morning. So, anyway, have the best day ever, friends. Bye. Oh, look. Are there filters on here? Yep, look. I could have done a filter all along. Look. Which this is a... Anyway, I could have made myself look better. See? That would... Have a great day.